139 minor planets have been found in the outer solar system. Dr. Brad Tucker and I are diving into this Talking Science Story of the Week.
Across Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Podcasts and YouTube, this is Talking Science with Dr. Brad Tucker and Matt Miller.
Alrighty, Brad. Well, for our deep dive audience who catch the full in-depth chats about stories of the week on Wednesdays, Thursdays and Fridays, those folks will be listening in on this one on the day. But for our main show audience here on Tuesday, tomorrow is going to be a supermoon. What exactly is a supermoon, Brad?
So look, a supermoon is really a perigee-Siggy moon. Now that is a mouthful.
Is it from Krypton? Is it from Krypton? This is what I want to know.
No, unfortunately. It's your ordinary moon, just a bit closer. So ultimately, everything in space is not a perfect circle in its orbit. So we think of the moon going around us in a circle, the Earth going around the sun in a circle, and it's actually not right. They're a bit elliptical. So in fact, the orbit of the moon varies by about 50,000 kilometers. So sometimes it's closer, what we call it perigee. So perigee is a point when the moon is in close orbit around the Earth. We also can use perigee for describing exoplanets going around other stars. And if it's a bit closer, and it happens to be in a Siggy, so that's in a line essentially, so the sun, Earth, and moon all line up, we get a full moon. So we're having a full moon when the moon is a bit closer, so technically it's a bit closer and a bit brighter on Wednesday. This
is very cool. On average, the moon is about 384,000 kilometres away. It's a little bit closer than that now as you're talking about this Siggy, and it's in perigee. It's going to look really cool. Some of these images that I've pulled up from YouTube of the last supermoon are a couple of supermoons ago when it was the closest it had been since the 1940s. It just shows exactly what this can look like and just how cool it looks.
It is. You know, it ends up being there could be up to a 17% difference in brightness between what we call a perigee moon and an apogee moon, or the nickname for that is micromoon, because if you're super, you're micro. So if you were able to see it side by side, you would notice a difference. Now, the other great thing that happens is because the full moon, by definition, rises right around sunset, so it has to be on the opposite side of the sun to the Earth, which means as the sun's setting, the moon's rising. So when you see that nice big full moon rising in the east, you actually get a little bit of an illusion, right? Your brain plays a little bit of a trick on you. And so you get these really big viewing effects. So when it's a bit brighter already and a bit closer and your brain is making you be tricked, you really get awesome views of a moon, which is perfect for us all now, where we can go out and enjoy the nighttime sky on Wednesday.
And the brilliant thing with the moon is that we don't need a deep sky observing site. We can do this from our driveways or our backyards.
That's right. You don't have to go to a dark place or a telescope or binoculars. In fact, you don't want them. You just want to really see the moon for itself. Obviously, taking photos is always great. And so, you know, the full moon's always a nice thing to capture. And because, again, it's rising at sunset, especially here when it's getting towards the winter and the autumn here, that means it's happening quite early in the evening. You don't have to wait till 9 or 10 o'clock. And so it's, you know, as people are cooped inside, you don't have to go find, as you said, another place to do this. You can literally walk outside of your house or step outside of your balcony, or if you have a nearby oval you can walk to and keep a equal, safe distance from everyone, you can see some spectacular sights.
It is absolutely incredible. And in fact, a little bit counterintuitive, a full moon isn't the best time to be viewing the moon up close in binoculars or a telescope, purely because it is so bright.
Exactly. That's, because it's actually, there's so much light being reflected off the moon, it can be really bright. If you have a moderate-sized telescope, say 6 or 8 inches, these are perfect for seeing things in the nighttime sky. If you look at even a three-quarter moon, it is almost blinding. In fact, there are special filters to reduce the light. So it's such a bright thing that It's shocking, and in fact, compared to a new moon, the full moon has lights up the sky quite dramatically. In fact, it's really bright, the evening sky of a full moon compared to no moon. It's actually a physical difference we can detect astronomically with our instruments, and actually impacts astronomical observations because the sky is so bright, it washes out some of the fainter things in the sky.